Back in 2021, the beloved Mazda 6 was killed off, and we've been hankering for a new generation Mazda 6 ever since that happened. Production is stopping, finally, actually, ironically, in Japan for the Mazda 6 this spring. But check out what's going on right now. Trademarks are coming out that the Mazda 6 could be electric. So let's get into it. Over at Auto Guide, Mazda files 6E trademark and logo over in Europe. Does this mean the Mazda 6 is going to be coming, first of all? And two, does it mean it's going to be fully electric? Well, I think it could be both. And I don't think that also rules out internal combustion Mazda 6. Mazda's next gen EV platform is actually going to be also their next gen gas platform, from my understanding. They want to make it very flexible and cater to the market wherever the market goes. Look, BMW is doing something very similar. Their I-Series vehicles are based off their internal combustion platform, and they're very, very efficient. So it can be done. Is it the most efficient out there? Probably not. It's probably best to have gigacasted, BEVs for absolute cost efficiencies and things like that. But I think what Mazda is doing here, and this is the actual trademark right there, 6E, I think that they're hedging their bets. They're going to have an inline 6 Mazda 6 when it comes to the market. And then they'll also have a plug-in hybrid inline 4, right, that we see in the CX-90. Watch my review on that. And then you'll have a fully battery electric, which is pretty exciting. You're going to have 3 different powertrains for the Mazda 6. Don't take it as gospel. They could just be trying to secure that trademark in case the market goes more electric in the future. I would say, though, more than likely they will have an electric Mazda 6 alongside of the gas models. I want to bring this up. Last year, Mazda teased some sedans coming for the Chinese market. Now, they already have the CX-50 hybrid. It's a joke that we don't have it here in the United States yet, but it is what it is. Watch my recent CX-50 review. It's a good vehicle, but I wish it had that hybrid. It's not very efficient. However, check this out. You could say this is the next gen Mazda 3. And this is the next gen Mazda 6. So they're going to be, at least for China, absolutely coming out with a next gen Mazda 6 plug-in hybrid and BEV. Now, could they make these in China and export them to Europe? That's a possibility, but the sands are changing. The shifting winds are saying that more than likely the Chinese autos are going to get hit with a tariff over in Europe in the near future. And if this BEV Mazda 6 is built only in China, they would never try to import it into the United States. More than likely, they would build it in Japan, or at least have a second production line in Japan for this Mazda 6 plug-in hybrid BEV and inline 6 for our market. Don't just throw that one out the window because they don't seemingly have it planned for China. Now, this is the latest render. It's been out for a while, but it is the most recent render coming out of Best Car Web over in Japan. If it looks like this, and if it is kind of like a Kia Stinger sort of competitor, rest in peace Kia Stinger, it could be a liftback. And that would be unbelievable. Inline 6 liftback. Now, don't get your hopes up for a manual transmission here. I don't think it is. Mazda would do that. But hey, this could be a traditional sedan based off of this. But the design, the sloping roofline, hints at more of a liftback. But look, the Crown sedan we have in the United States looks like a liftback, and it's a sedan. So hopefully they give us the liftback. And kind of bridge the gap to the wagon that we never received here with the most recent generation Mazda 6. I mean, it looks really, really good. Hopefully, it comes to the market looking pretty close to this. But again, take this with a grain of salt. It could be really close to this, knowing Best Car Web, but it could also be completely different. And in fact, looking at other Mazda designs like the CX-60 and the CX-90, it probably will have a little bit more stubby of a front end here. So I'll just wait, honestly. I'd rather much have this sportier design right here, obviously. Now, I got some more renders for you guys. One of the followers of the channel, he sent me over these renders of the next gen Mazda sports car. We don't know if this is going to be a coupe version of the MX-5. We don't know if it's going to be some sort of successor to the RX series, but we have more patented images here of the iconic SP in production form. This image we already had. Here is a new image, kind of with this top down. It looks pretty cool. I mean, obviously from every angle, this coupe is absolutely beautiful. And this is where the handle is, which I think that might have been where it was on the iconic SP. But yes, they even have the handle placement now on that door just from that angle. We saw this picture already. We haven't seen this one. This one looks more Batmobile from this angle. You can really get the depth of those pop-up headlights from here. Really, really impressive design. We have a side angle now. This thing looks so good from the side. It might be its strongest viewpoint. And then we've already had the front end, and then again a top end, and you can just see this looks like a little toy car with these swooping lines, giving it these big hips in the back. Absolutely phenomenal design from Mazda. They liked it so much they trademarked it. Well, should I say patented it? They patented the design. And we can just keep our fingers crossed that the next gen Miata could soak in some of this design language. We could hope that the RX is brought back with some rotary engines. That would be amazing as well. But since Mazda's trademarked it, I think there's a good chance we're going to see this design in some shape or form in a next gen Mazda coupe, roadster, or full-blown RX sports car. Lastly, on the Mazda front, the president from Toyota Mazda Manufacturing over in Alabama has stepped down, and they've replaced him, the founding plant president, Masashi Aihara, and welcome Mitsunobu Mukaida as MTM's new president. So that really doesn't affect anything that I'm aware of. I just thought that it was interesting news to go alongside of the Mazda 6 gaining momentum. Can't be more excited for it. I don't think it's going to be electric only, but electric additionally. That would be pretty excellent to have your options with a gorgeous Mazda 6. But I'm going to end it there. Lots of Mazda coming down the hatch this year. I will be driving the CX-70 soon. Essentially two-row CX-90. I don't think it's going to drive any different. But Mazda is pretty popular on the channel. You guys like watching it, so I will be driving that here in the near future in the next few months, giving you guys that Mazda CX-70 coverage. And stay tuned. Maybe we'll get some surprise Mazda news as the year goes on. Maybe an announcement of the Mazda 6 if we, if Christmas comes early or something like that. But I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, and peace out.